excited working on this project.
Me too, because today we'll talk about Lamarck.
Sir Erik not just Lamarck's life but also his theories. So just sit back and relax and enjoy our show.
Well, I hope our audience will not just enjoy this, but I also hope that they will gain some information about Lamarck.
You're right, Nasifa. Me and Amia can't wait any longer. So guys, are you ready? Yes!
Yay!
Let me show you something. Girls, you ready? Let's go.
Hello! Alam niyo ba na nakakaloka talaga itong blind item natin for today? Talaga? As in? Hoy, sa planeta ka ba nang galing since na kinidin our topic for today? Oh, stop na yan mga badings! Ito na ang blind item natin for today. Si Nete itong French naturalist na dating soldier at professor pa ng zoology. Ay, alam ko yan! Si Darwin yan, no? Gnot? Einstein yan, no? Loka-loka, hindi. Walang iba kundi si Papa Jean-Baptiste Lamarck lang naman. As far as I know, kawawang taong yan. Alam niyo ba, only few people knows him? Well, sure? Yes, of course I am. Watch this video repose. Lamarck?
Lamarck? Kuhan. Basta ako nag-aaral sa scientist na siya.
Scientist?
No, scientist na siya ba yun? Scientist?
Ayun na, Lamarck?
Oo, ito na. Gawan sa evolution. Basta, didiscuss na sa bayan mo na. Number 5, mag-edit sa mga quiz dati. Sa mga example, number 5.
Hi, can I ask you something? Do you know Lamarck?
Lamarck?
Spontaneous generation theory.
Hi, Nads!
Uy, hey, take video!
Ay, can I ask you something? Do you know Lamarck?
Lamarck? What na? Evolutionist na ito na siya. French evolutionist, basta scientist. Barkada ni Darwin.
Oh. Excuse me, Kuya. May I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you know Lamarck?
Lamarck? Lamarck?
Lamarck. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck.
Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Familiar pero wala na ako something.
Excuse me. May I ask you something? Excuse me, do you know Lamarck?
Wala, asa na?
Lamarck, Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Do you know him? Further information, watch this. Think that Charles Darwin proposed the theory of evolution, but actually, he didn't. What Darwin proposed is that the theory of natural selection, the method by which evolution occurs. In fact, evolution was widely discussed in the scientific circles long before Darwin published his own ideas. Darwin had a predecessor, and he was Lamarck, who first published his own theory of evolution during 1800s. But what's all about Jean-Baptiste Lamarck? And today, we will find out.
Lamarck was a French naturalist, a soldier, a
chief founder of invertebrate paleontology, an early evolutionary theorist, and a professor born in 1744. He was from a family of professional soldiers in the Byzantine in the northern France, the scion of an impoverished aristocratic family.
He served the military during the 7-year Pomeranian War. At his teenage years, he was awarded a commission for his bravery in recognition of his actions on the battlefield.
It was at this time that Jean-Baptiste Lamarck became the Chevalier de Lamarck, or simply Jean-Baptiste Lamarck, the name by which he was thereafter known.
Later, when he retired injured, he took up a new career in natural history. He studied botany under the naturalist Bernard de Jussieu.
The eventual product of this 10-year period research was Lamarck's Flore Francoise in 1778, a work in the plant life of France that brought him into the first row of naturalists. And Lamarck eventually obtained the position at the Jardin des Plantes in Paris. After a career in botany, he began studying invertebrates and he worked at the National History Museum where he became a professor of zoology.
He published so many books that made him popular, like in 1809, he published Philosophy Zoologique or Zoological Philosophy to enlarge his views in the natural world. Lamarck has been largely left out of the textbooks for proposing bad theories, but he may have been too easily dismissed. But why? What are these theories or observations that made him dismiss that past? We'll find out.
Kawawa naman pala ito si Papa Lamarck. Alam niyo ba na ito si Papa Lamarck ay may 3 assumptions? Not only 1 but 3? Ganon? Oo, kaya panoorin yung video ito.
Lamarck was able to observe and see evidences that would prove that organisms really change through time. According to him, organisms evolve in response to their environment. He showed 2 basic facts that would serve as the basis for his observations. The first one is that fossil records showing evidences that organisms before are different from those who are living today. And the second one is that organisms are well adapted to their environment. These observations were developed into 3 assumptions or theories. First is that the theory of need. Second is the theory of use and disuse. And the third one is the theory on passing on acquired traits.
In the theory of needs, he assumed that organism has to change in order to survive on its environment. He assumed that organism has an inborn urge to make themselves better. This urge was developed because of their ancestors' wants. An example of these are the giraffe. It is assumed that giraffes may have long necks because their ancestors before developed an urge to have a long neck for reaching the leaves of long trees. Same as the other animals such as the deer to have long and swift legs for escaping predators. It is therefore assumed that every organism adapts in its environment in its certain way of life.
The theory of use and disuse explains that animals may develop or change through times, depending on their needs. Parts of their bodies could be altered or rechanged to be able to fit with the existing environment. Birds trying to use their front limbs for flying purposes. Eventually, time changed those limbs into wings. It is because that they need to go to narrow places and they began to stretch their bodies rather than to walk.
Lamarck explained, developed changes was passed from parents to offspring. If an organism eventually develops a new body structure, such as wings, long limbs, or long neck, these characteristics could be passed to the offspring, and this is what makes evolution. Lamarck did not consider the inheritance of acquired traits crucial to his theory. The essential idea was an ongoing transformation of forms tending toward every higher level of complexity under the influence of natural law.
Perhaps he was a bit too courageous. His free tongue made him enemies among the very men who could have promoted his career. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck died in penury and ended in a rented grave. His remains were later exhumed when the 5-year lease expired, and his ultimate destination is now unknown.
Liwi lagi. Wala yung kami-memorize. Ini lang ba? 1, 2, 3, Silan mo.
I don't like leaving under your spotlight.
1, 2, 3, go.
Because you're